Good evening. Welcome to the Bitter Knitters podcast. It is Monday, March 12th, 2018. My name is Jacqueline. Arthur's here.
Yo.
How's it going? Everything's good?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, same here.
I haven't killed myself yet.
Yeah. I hope you don't.
Well, like, I was saying I'm doing some renovations.
Yeah.
So I had to cut a hole in the wall today to run a cable wire from my basement to my upstairs.
Okay.
Me being the dummy that I am, I wasn't really thinking about it, and I just started sawing into the wall.
Oh my God.
And all of a sudden I feel my saw kind of catch on something. I was like, okay, that's probably not smart. So I finally get the wall open and I look and I'm like cutting through like the 240 volt like main power line in the house.
And you hadn't turned the power off?
No, because I didn't think there was power lines there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that was my day.
Well, thank God you're still alive.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd let us do the podcast from the hospital.
I don't know if I'd be able to speak. I'd probably end up looking like a piece of bacon after that fucking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was my day.
Bacon?
Yeah, that was my day.
How do you find the time change? Does it affect you?
Doesn't bother me. No.
Yeah, me either for the most part, because I didn't have to get up yesterday morning to do anything.
Yeah, I seen this the other day, and it was like just a meme, but it was saying that people would be a lot more like perceptive to the time change if you changed it to Monday at 2 p.m.
Oh,
like Monday afternoon.
Yeah, so that you lose an hour of work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think yeah, a lot more people wouldn't bitch about it.
Yeah, that's true because they feel like they were getting something in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Although when the time came to change in November, people would be pissed because they have to do the extra hour.
Yeah, you have to catch up. Yeah. No, I mean,
it's kind of a good idea.
Like,
I know it's just a meme, but it makes sense.
Yeah, why not? Like, why don't people get in the streets and fight over that? Like, break some windows because
Well, there's some people who like I know Justin. He lives in Florida, and they're trying to get rid of it there. So
yeah.
Anyway.
I still don't even understand the purpose of it, to be honest with you.
Just to maximize how much daylight we have per day. Because think about it, when you go, like the sun sets at 5 o'clock or 5:30, when it's not daylight saving. I don't know which one is the saving. I guess the winter is when we have the saving. So when you're out, you get the most in the morning and the most after work. But now that it's getting longer days, you shift it so that you get more in the evening after work, I guess.
All right.
Oh. Yeah. You know what I hate? When people are like, oh, this is the shortest day or the longest day. On the solstices. No, it's still 24 hours. It just has the most or least sunlight. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of my pet peeves. Okay, so I want to talk about this story just because it's a CNN article and it's playing a video and it's making my browser all jumpy. So let's get this one out of the way.
All right.
They're talking about the explosions that have happened in Austin since March 2nd. So one happened on March 2nd. A man opened his door. There's a package out front. He picked it up, brought it in his house. Boom. He died. Two more happened today. A 17-year-old boy was killed and his mother was injured. And I don't remember how old the other woman was. A 39. No, that was the man. I don't know. Another woman picked up a package today. 75. And she's in serious injury in the hospital, but she is still alive.
Jesus Christ.
At this point.
That's insane.
Police aren't saying it's a hate crime. It could be coincidence too. The people were black and one was the woman was a Hispanic woman today.
Yeah.
So we don't know if it's hate crime. We don't know motivations. We have no suspects, obviously. But if you get a package in Austin and you weren't expecting a package.
Yeah, don't open it.
Do not open it. Call the police. That's crazy. Like another Unabomber or?
I was thinking like another kind of DC sniper fucking scenario. Like just random fuck. That's crazy though.
That's all it would take. Just drop a package in someone's front yard because most people are going to see a package and be like, "Oh yes."
Yeah. Did I order something off Amazon? Just forgot. Like.
Yeah.
No, that's messed up.
Yeah, and I mean, I know Scott sometimes because he's involved in the union at work. He gets sent packages we're not expecting.
Yeah. Sure enough.
Kind of scary. Yeah, really scary, actually. And now think about those people that steal packages off your front yard. Imagine you're the freaking parcel thief. You kind of get what you're asking for there.
blown up. Like, you get to essentially die in a terrorist attack for fucking stealing, like, you know what I mean? Like, no.
Don't steal packages, people.
Yeah.
I'm not wishing death on people.
But that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's scary. And of course, they're having the South by Southwest Festival in Austin right now, too. So you got a lot more people there. Maybe it's tied to that. Who knows? You know, maybe somebody just came into town. Maybe people just don't like Austin. I don't know.
I'm willing to bet it's some type of fucking DC sniper scenario.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Deranged fucking people. Because I highly doubt it's one person. I think something like making bombs and shit like that takes more than just, you know, one idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see when they do some forensics and tell us, because
I mean, hopefully this person's fucking, hopefully this person or people are caught like quickly. Like, it's so fucked up. Like, it's those like faceless killings, right? Like, you don't see the people, you don't know the people, you don't see it happening, so you're just so fucking removed from the scenario that you're not bothered by it. But I mean, killing random people, you should absolutely be fucking bothered by that. Like, you shouldn't be cool with the concept of just shipping fucking bombs to random people's houses and fucking murdering them. Like, that's not regular people think.
No, it's not. And I'm just looking at the map of where these explosions occurred. So they're not in the same neighborhoods, not in the same communities. They're not off the same highway even. I mean, they're all kind of close to Highway 35, but they're not right off of it.
Okay.
They kind of are almost in a line, though.
Yeah.
Which is a little wonder. But that could just be coincidence, right? It's only 3 bombings. Hard to get a pattern off of 3, right?
And the bombs are exploding when they're being opened?
From what I can read, when I read this, they were being opened when they went off.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like on the front door as soon as you bent down and picked up the package. You know, it wasn't a weighted thing.
Because I'm also wondering, like, if these people are delivering the bombs themselves, or if they really would trust them in the mail and
they did not come by post. They did not come by post. They have to have been left on the front porch by somebody. So hopefully some people have some
security
cameras. In their neighborhoods.
I mean, we're talking about Americans here, the most like paranoid fucking people on earth. Like, absolutely. I guarantee you there's fucking at least
especially
2 fucking Texas. Yeah, exactly.
The other thing I was wondering is because they did just have the Unabomber movie. Right? Remember they had, or not the movie, the Unabomber TV show.
Yeah.
That's now on Netflix too. I wonder if that kind of inspired somebody.
Copycat shit. Right, going fucking episode of CSI.
Yeah, I mean, really anything could have set them off.
Oh, absolutely.
They could have been a weapons specialist from the military, and now they've got some PTSD or some paranoia or something.
In all honesty, building a bomb is not hard. Like, it's seriously not that hard. Like, I'm like, when I was, young and the internet wasn't as scary with the fucking, surveillance and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I looked up a few times.
The government tracking the internet, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, I used to be able to look at shit without having that worry. If I looked up right now how to make a fucking bomb on this computer, like, I'm fucked, right? Like, I'm fucked. I mean, I'd hope I'd be on a goddamn government watch list if I was looking up how to make a bomb. And,
when my husband was a younger teenager, he kind of made a little homemade bomb that he left on his balcony, and his mom had to get his uncle to come and take it off the balcony. Yeah. I mean, it didn't go off or anything. I don't think it was that kind of triggerish bomb that would have went off. I think it was.
It's just, making a bomb's not hard. Yeah, I mean, making one that's big enough to fucking murder some people probably is.
Yeah.
No, it's so fucked up though.
Let's stop killing. It's like you said, everybody wants to kill somebody. Let's stop killing.
I don't like this to me, like, doesn't sound like that murderous kind of bullshit I was talking about. This to me is like pure psychotic. Like, this, this is like nothing, no planning, no anything would really fucking solve what's happening. I mean, this is random people getting bombed. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a profiler. I don't know. But I mean, I just would think that if I did something like that, I would want to see it go off. You'd think.
You know what I mean? But these people I can't say these people, but people that send these kind of packages or, anthrax through the mail, those sort of things, they don't get to see that.
No.
So they must just get the kick off of maybe the television coverage.
The news, yeah. I'd imagine. No, it's so fucked up. Again, that thought to me is just so crazy, to just kill random people, and especially that, like, the whole, like, I don't see it kind of aspect. Like, it's just that whole thought's just so fucking weird. Like,
yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Like, I don't know. It's just messed up. It's absolutely
strange.
messed up.
It's strange.
And I can't imagine that there's any like kind of real political motivation behind this, because something would have been said about that, right? Like,
well, and you're just attacking randos. It's not like you sent a bomb to Congress or, you know, or even to your local, you know, someone in your state authority, you know what I mean? Or a judge or somebody like that. This is just a 17-year-old boy died.
Yeah.
You know, what is he doing? He can't even vote yet.
And I feel like if it was like hate crimes, like if it was like a bunch of fucking racists, like this was the alt-right, like actually finally doing something, I don't think it would be, I mean, this is weird to say, but such a small kill count.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's like, a lot of places you could go. Just bring one into a church on Sunday morning.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know, if this truly is, you know, like hate crimes, then I can't, I couldn't see somebody going this small with one. Like if I'm, you know, because the point of any hate crime is to get, you know, your racist message across.
Yeah.
This isn't going to really send a message.
And if you're like a true terrorist, and I'm not just saying terrorists that are Muslims, I'm talking about
absolutely the terrorists,
domestic terrorism. I mean, you're going for body count.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's about. It's about body count or shutting down the country or a part of the country.
Or scaring, you know, like people were really afraid after the Oklahoma City bombing, right?
Well, yeah, because that bomb was fucking huge. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that was done by a fucking racist. And that's kind of where I'm basing that kind of off of, right? Like, if this truly was like a case of hate crime, like this is a racist doing this kind of shit, I don't feel like they would have went so small. I really do think like it would have been fucking huge, just because that's what history's shown me. Of these fucking people, right?
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah,
you know, they're racist, so they're dumb, like just by nature. So I mean, I really couldn't. I just see that level of, you know, planning coming from, you know, people that hate minorities for no other reason than they're stupid.
Yeah. I'm wondering now what I guess will come out is if the packages were actually addressed to somebody or they were just a package left.
Yeah, just there. I mean, now that there's a survivor.
If it's truly random, there'll be no name.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was targeted, then you're going to see like Joe Smith or something on the package.
Yeah, I don't know. These things are, like, these situations are weird. And it's crazy that, you know,
I remember that when that DC sniper thing was happening. That was
scary.
That was. And I mean, that was well removed from you and I, but it was still scary because, like, I mean, just anybody, just anything, just walking down your street and your head is blown away. That was scary.
Standing at a gas pump, filling up your gas tank, and then boom, like
walking from Home Depot to your car, like just
it's
things we all do every single freaking day of our lives.
As like terrorist bullshit goes, like those boys hit the nail on the fucking head.
Yeah,
like they really fucking created terror. Like, and I like, again, I can't say I know all the facts of this. Like, I just heard about this today. I mean, to me, it sounds like that. It just sounds like some fucking.
You make people afraid to go to their own mailbox.
Yeah, just some fucking random psychopath doing random psychopath.
That's what it feels like to me. I don't think this is an organized group.
No, because again, like it just everything would be so much more precise.
It doesn't feel like it, and at some point, people would start claiming it too.
Yeah, I mean, you even look at like the terrorists, like, or the terrorist acts that happen in the Middle East, which most Westerners consider, you know, kind of dumb people. Yeah. And they're killing hundreds of people at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With like primitive shit. Now we're talking the US of A, like the greatest country ever, where you can get whatever fucking lethal bullshit you want. Like
easily.
You know, and they're just shipping small bombs. Yeah, this is just the work of one fucking crazy person, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, I'll definitely keep us updated as this comes out more and more information, because I'm always kind of fascinated by just these random things like that.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Because, I mean, it's like a movie plot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really is. Like, it's just a movie.
Or, like you said, an episode of Criminal Minds or CSI or one of those kind of shows. Yeah. It's
fucking savage.
Crazy. Let's do a little update. We talked about the Russian spy and his adult daughter that were hit with a nerve agent of some sort. The police or public health officials there are telling people that if they've been to the pub in the neighborhood, basically anywhere close to that area of Salisbury, they should be washing a lot of stuff because there's a chance that they could be sickened by residual molecules, whatever agent hanging around.
So they still
it makes sense, but if you'd ate in there, even if you weren't the target, they're finding trace evidence inside the business and things like that. Wash your jewelry, because if it's in your jewelry and you're just wearing it day after day, right? You could get bag articles, things like your purse. You don't normally wash your purse, so if you were exposed to it and it's on your purse, things like that, which makes sense, but you might not think of because,
who the fuck washes the purse?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a little scary. I mean, now you're not even a spy and you could get taken out by the Russians. Jesus. Jesus. And of course the Russians didn't do it. Did you see who Putin blamed on it?
No.
The Jews. Oh, sorry, no. He blamed the Jews and the Tartars on the meddling into the election in 2016. The Jews and the Russian Jews and the Tartars, which I guess is a type of non-Russian purebred person there. So.
All right, whatever he says, whatever Emperor fucking Putin fucking says, I ain't gonna talk shit about it.
Yeah, I don't want to get a nerve agent.
Yeah, because he is listening. Like,
he's in very good shape.
Yeah, right.
He's very smart. I'm sure he could wrestle 12 bears barehanded.
Oh, the guy's a fucking Bond villain. Like, he's a Bond villain. Like, the guy is insane. But that's. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you did come. If you were near someone getting poisoned to death, and I mean, have they figured out what it is?
No, I haven't even seen a name or anything.
So then, you got to be extra fucking careful.
So
that's insane.
That's what they're saying. Wash your clothes, wash your hair. Obviously by now I'd hope you'd washed your clothes and hair, but other little things, watches, things like that, you need to. I guess even your phone, you'd have to sanitize and stuff.
Yeah, fuck. Jeez. Throw it out.
Yeah, really.
Just throw it out. Buy a new one. It's only a phone.
Really.
I understand that you did some questionable things for that iPhone 10, but I'm sure there's a paying customer out there that'll.
I mean, you're not gonna be able to use it if you're catatonic.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what kind of fucking selfie is gonna be taken in a coma?
Not your cutest angles, is what I'll tell you.
Not at all. Not at all.
I don't know. We don't need to talk much on that, but let's go into this. This is a kind of a. I don't know if you feel this way, but my mother had cervical cancer.
Mm-hmm.
It's affected my whole family in ways. So with the introduction of the HPV vaccine, I made sure my daughter got the HPV vaccine. Now Australia is on track to become the world's first country to eradicate cervical cancer because of giving the HPV shot to the people. And even though not everybody got the HPV vaccine, it's enough that they're getting herd immunity. Vaccines work, people. It's dropped from 22.7% to 1.5% in 10 years.
Wow, fucking A. Good on them.
Yeah, fantastic.
Good on them.
A vaccine that can prevent cancer, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, how could you fight that? Like, how could you be against that?
Well, we know the anti-vaxxers. I'm going to get autism if I take a vaccine when I'm 12 or 13.
Yeah, okay. Okay, whatever you say.
Yeah, and all these, they always cite the one case of a girl who died from getting the Gardasil thing, and she probably was allergic to it, which is sad. I'm not saying that that's not a fair worry, but for all the good it has done, definitely outweighs the horrible chance of death that some people could get.
There's random people, and I don't mean random people, but like just people random from me, or even me, maybe, I don't fucking know, that die of these weird things every day. I mean, the numbers are small. The numbers are ridiculous. Small, but there's these fucking incidents that happen with the weirdest shit every day.
Mm-hmm.
And if all those kind of happenings dictated whether or not, anything like the anti-vaxxer movement kind of does with, what you're saying with that one fucking case of, this one wacky incident.
Yeah.
As an excuse to fucking, to essentially be idiots, to be fucking, it's just.
I know, but there's your proof, and you know what? Good on you, Australia. Canada is going to have these rates, I hope, soon, because most of our girls are getting. I wish I could afford to get my son.
Because it's not just girls; boys get it too.
Yeah, boys can get it. The problem is most boys don't get any.
Most, but some do.
And so, but the problem is if a boy is not vaccinated, he can then spread it to his partner. This could be his wife in the future, right? And if she hadn't got the vaccine, then there's the chance of getting cervical cancer. So,
well, there's even, you have to think about even in the gay community,
Mm-hmm.
You would have to get them vaccinated for it as well, just in case one is carrying it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just there. It is. You haven't eradicated the disease. You just, or whatever the cause of cancer. You know,
Yeah.
you've just moved it. You just passed that buck on. And I mean, as we know, of most of these viruses and bacteria and shit like that, they adapt. So to kind of leave it in somebody, you know what I mean? Oh, because it's dormant, it doesn't really cause the problems for men that it does girls. You know, who's not to say that it's
You're
gonna
right.
fucking evolve
Mutating into a new disease,
right?
yeah.
Something that's gonna fucking be harmful to us.
Yeah.
Because I mean, any chance we can take to fucking eradicate any form of cancer, we're stupid to not. Like,
HPV can lead to, what is it, 6 to 10 different types of cancers?
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously all in women's in the cervix, different types of cervical cancers, but still, like, you can end that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Stop that. Why wouldn't you take that chance?
Yeah. Hopefully at some point they'll, you know, I mean, it was smart to put it in the girls, obviously, because they're the ones that are immediately affected for the most part.
Like, in all honesty, if fucking, you know, the majority of like medical fucking minds, you know, the people that make these vaccines or these cures or whatever, I don't know. I don't want to call them doctors. Obviously, I understand they have PhDs, but
yeah, researchers.
Like, researchers or whatever. If they fucking came out and unanimously said, hey, if we fucking, you know, cut your left fucking wrist off and it'll cure all kind of cancer. I mean, we'd be stupid to not fucking do it. Like, you know what I mean? You would be stupid to not take that fucking chance. Like, it's going to cure all cancer. Like, it'll take it away. Why? And then why not?
Yeah.
Like,
I'd do it.
So if a little fucking vaccine can cure at least one type of cancer, I mean, you'd be fucking stupid to not get it.
Yeah, exactly. It's wonderful. You know, I'm sure we'll start seeing some of these results worldwide too. I mean, obviously not in places where they don't have the money for it. I'm assuming they're not doing HPV shots in Africa. But, you know, Europe, you're going to get it. Here in Canada, I'm sure we'll see it. I don't know what's happening in the U.S. I know they give it to them, but I'm sure there's a lot more anti-vaxxers in the U.S. than there are up here.
Oh, absolutely.
So
100%.
But, you know, it's some people are going to be helped, and you know, it makes me happy that my daughter's not going to get this as a result of HPV. If she gets cervical cancer because of another reason, she'll get it. You can't stop cancer from growing where it's going to grow.
Nope.
But, you know, she's not going to get it because of HPV.
Yeah, so no, if you can do anything to, you know, again, to quell the chances. I mean, you're
especially in a family with a history of it. I'm definitely giving it to my daughter. So
100%.
Yeah. So anyway, yay science.
Nice.
You know, let's talk. This is the story. I wanted to talk about this story last week, but I didn't save it, and I forgot what the story was, and I was so frustrated with myself. But then, of course, it blew up over the weekend, and everybody was talking about this story. So, a 10-year-old boy was bullying kids on the bus, and he got suspended from going on the bus for 3 days. Fair punishment. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
The dad was mad and wanted to also give his son a punishment, so he refused to drive his son to school. So he made him walk or run or whichever was happening in the rain. It happened to be raining that morning. He didn't say it's raining and now you're going to walk. It was a rainy day, so he had to walk in the rain. My kids walked to school. There was no school bus. They had to go in the rain, snow, sleet, whatever was out there, they went to school. So I have no problem with that portion of it. I think that's a very fair punishment to walk to school. He filmed it, put it on social media, and while a lot of people think it was a great thing to do, he was parenting, I'm kind of on the icky side of the filming and socially shaming your kid. I think that's where I draw the line.
I'm not. Kids live online. That's the real world punishments don't work anymore. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I've watched it with my friends who have children that are between the 7 to 10-year-old range.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're fucking assholes. None of that shit matters to them, because if they can get on a phone or they can get on a tablet or they can get on a laptop or their smart TVs or whatever the fuck they use to connect to the internet, their lives, like, that's their lives, you know what I mean? So fuck it, punish them, throw it online for all their friends to see, and then their friends can make fun of them, and you can feel bad for what you fucking did.
But don't you think when you do, like, to me, it wasn't even just like the dad put it online. The dad was laughing and mocking him, and in my opinion, the dad was now the bully.
Absolutely.
And I think we saw where the kid learned his bullying behavior from, and I think that instead of like getting a punishment, the kid learning a lesson, I think the kid might resent the dad, and possibly become more of a bully. Like, I just feel like that is going to backfire on him. Like, that kid's going to turn into a complete asshole, like his dad.
Yeah, I mean, that's my excuse. You know what I mean? But
you kind of are your
I
dad.
am. And I'm not going to say he bullied me, but I mean, that's something he would have done. That's absolutely something he would have done. And I would have looked at what I did and been like, fuck, you know, like, I shouldn't do that. Like, this is the punishment. And like those kind of punishments stick. They stick. Kids need to be punished. And I don't know. It's his kid. If he wants to fucking laugh at him walking in the rain, laugh at him walking in the fucking rain. I mean, your kid's being a bully.
I mean,
and no, you know, like, and I don't agree, like, with even the sentiment that, like, we can change bullying if we just, you know, treat kids as, like, with respect. No, bullies are always going to be around. You're not going to do shit about that.
Logan was bullied, and I said, you need to stand up, and you need to. I mean, I gave him some good one-liners to this kid. Cruel one-liners.
That old,
you know,
that old cliche of, like, if you punch a bully in the fucking face, he'll probably stop being a bully because you've exposed him as being a little bitch. It's fucking true. And to me, that's the only real way of dealing with bullies until you get to that, like, you know, boss level fucking bully because all the rest have been punched in the face. And then I don't know what you do with that kid, you know, but
I just don't like the idea that he put it on. So the dad made a video, whatever, he wants to film, he laughs at the kid. I just don't think the world should be seeing this kid.
Oh, I do. I love that stuff.
Being bullied by his dad. And then my other point is why, even if I thought this was a good idea, right? He's a parent. He's supposed to parent his child. He's supposed to punish his child.
Yep.
Why do we run to social media every time we do something and he thinks he should get praise for this? You know what I mean? Like, if I give $1 to a homeless person, I don't come home and put it online immediately like, oh, I gave $1 to a homeless person. What a good person I am. You know what I mean? If I help an elderly person with their groceries, should I then get, like, Instagram famous for it? No.
But did he...
He's supposed to parent his child.
Did he label the video as such? Did he throw it online as like, hey, look at me, I'm a way better parent than you, love me, respect me, adore me?
He named it. Let me see. I don't know what he named it.
Because, you know,
to be honest, it was on his Facebook page originally.
Yeah, because if I'm posting that, like, if I throw myself in that dad's shoes and I'm posting that video, I'm doing it so my asshole like-minded friends would be like, you know, I wouldn't be doing it for people to love me. I would know people would fucking hate me. You know, you'd have to be a complete idiot to not understand, like, how parents are nowadays and how fucking judgmental they are. You know what I mean?
Sure are.
Right? So, like, he did it knowing that, like, that he was going to get fucking reamed out. So
maybe
in my mind, he did it in that kind of light where it was like, yeah, look at this. I agree with it, though. You know, there was a video a while back. Dad caught his son stealing. So he fucking forced the kid to hold 3 hardcover textbooks above his head for like an hour. That kid was crying and bawling. I fucking love that. And he filmed it and threw it on social media. Got a lot of flack.
See, I don't like that. I have a problem if you want to do some corporal punishment on your kid and make him hold books. No. I don't like when you socially shame a kid. I think that's, especially at like 10, you're like super vulnerable. Your psyche's still growing. I don't know. I have a problem with that.
But all that kind of stuff, I don't know.
I get your point that, you know, on the internet, that's, you know, I mean, like, just think about it. Like, you can be embarrassed in your class of 25 people, and your life can be over. Your life can be over because you're so embarrassed. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you fart accidentally in class. I don't know if that matters to a boy, but to a girl, you may as well have, like, just jump off a building because you're embarrassed for the rest of your life. Now, imagine 3 billion people saw your embarrassment.
That's the world we live in.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that our parents, the people we're supposed to trust the most, should be allowed to put our shame on the internet. Like, think back to the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you as a kid.
Okay. I can't
Would you want the world to have seen that?
Would I wanted it? No, but I'm a kid and I don't get to make those fucking decisions.
Yeah, but your parents are supposed to protect you too, as well as punishing you.
Yeah, I agree with it. I don't know. I don't think there's like really any way that I'll not like. I like this kind of stuff. That's the thing.
We'll never agree on this, obviously.
I like this. I think it's fucking great. I
have no problem with punishments. I think that's a fair punishment. Making your kid walk to school, absolutely. Why should he get a drive if he got kicked off the bus?
Well, that's. I mean, again, these kids are fucking coddled. Like, that kind of shit pisses me off. Period. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like this.
Yeah.
If anyone's mad that the kid had to walk to school in the rain, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, seriously,
fuck you. Lots of people have no access to a bus and have to walk to fucking school in the rain.
I mean, for what? 5 years I had to walk every winter, -20 to -40 some odd weather, up a fucking giant hill towards a lake. Like, fuck you. I know, like, no, fuck you. I don't care about that.
Exactly.
The shaming thing. I mean, yeah, I like it. It's the same with, like, I've seen parents, you know, write a fucking billboard, put the little billboard on their kid, and make the kid stand. That's fucking amazing to me.
Oh, my daughter twerked, and now she's wearing the sandwich board. Yeah,
because it is embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
I'd like to see where those kids are today. We need a whatever happened to so-and-so and see if those punishments worked or if they didn't work.
I bet you they did. I mean, you can't hit your kids, so you got to do fucking something. You know, you got to punish these fucking little bastards. And I'm not even, and that's not even like, oh, the kids these days kind of things. I mean, like, just children, period. Like, children are dicks. We were all dicks when we were kids. We all got into fucking trouble. We all needed to be punished.
Yeah, I warned Marley. I mean, Logan, I didn't really have to. I mean, he never really did much that I had to punish him for. But I warned Marley before she even got to, you know, teenagehood.
Yeah.
If she had any clothes that I did not find appropriate, she wasn't going to wear them. And if I caught her wearing them, I would tear them up and put them in the garbage. And if she borrowed her friend's clothes, I'd cut that shit up too. So,
yeah. I mean, like, again, I do understand ish the sentiment behind, like, oh, the poor kid, you know, might fuck with his head a bit, but don't be a bully. You know what I mean? Because there's always a bigger and badder fucking bully out there. Even if that bully happens to be your father, there's a bigger and badder fucking bully out there. I want
to publicly shame this dad. I want to find him doing something and publicly shame him.
And that's the other thing. Like, as much as people might be mad at him, there's, you know, or like you know, you want to publicly shame him. There's tons of people out there like me that want to buy him a beer and pat him on the back for fucking taking that one for the team.
That's for sure. A lot of people support him on that.
And
like I said, what is the punishment though? Is it the punishment is he's going to school and he has to walk, or is the punishment I'm publicly shaming you?
The punishment's being bullied. You want to be a bully? Well, this is what it fucking feels like. You know.
But is that how you cure a bully, or is that how you create a bully?
Kinda. I mean, I know I was a dick to this one kid, Josh, back in fucking grade school. I don't want to classify myself as a bully, but I absolutely was. Like, I was very mean to this kid.
Yeah.
I can't say that, you know, my punishment when I got caught for bullying this kid was that, like, that public, you know what I mean? But the punishment I got definitely opened my eyes to the fact that, you know, there are bigger and badder fucking people out there that will bully me. And once you're a bully, you're kind of drawing a fucking, you know, target on your back for that type of shit. So it's kind of, you know, I like it. I do.
Yeah.
I like it.
I remember, I don't know how old your mom was. I was in grade 2. So your mom is 3 years older than me. I guess grade 5. And she'd been picking on this girl at our school. And my dad found out, and he made her go. It was like, I'm pretty sure it was like Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon. Made them go to the school ground, and he made them fight. He's like, you want to pick on this girl, now you're going to fight her. And the girl kind of cleaned your mom's clock.
Good. You know, like, I got no beef with that shit either. You know, like, even if that kid was bullying, even if his father decided to fucking film that and throw that on the Facebook, his son getting his ass whooped, I'd fucking pat him on the back. Like, that's, to me, that's parenting done right. I mean, boys, you do have to be a little harsher on. I mean, I understand, like, you know, with your experience with Logan is obviously a hell of a lot different. Like, you lucked out with him.
Yeah.
But most of us are we're wild. Like, we're, you know, shit doesn't really stick with us. We need that kind of, you know,
well, you know what I'm telling you,
eye-opening type punishments.
Spankings never worked on Logan.
No.
What worked on Logan was when, I mean, really up until he was like 13 or 14, I could count to 3 and he would stop. I put him in the corner till he was about 12 or 13.
Yeah.
But after that, and he started to get bigger than us, and he, you know, you couldn't really kind of intimidate him that way. I just had to change the Wi-Fi.
See, like, to me, that's not a punishment. Like, I need that corporal punishment, like that. Like,
yeah, it didn't work on him.
No, that was the only thing, and that's the fucked up part about it too. Is like, that it was the only thing that worked, but it still didn't really even work.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it. I think that fucking dad, like, I would buy him a beer. I don't know what the laws are on me, like, mailing beer, but maybe I might mail this man a 6-pack. Seriously, we need more of this shit. Like, hold your fucking kids accountable.
Well, I do
accountable to the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
You know, if all of us are available to be judged by the court of public opinion, then fuck that. These kids want to act like adults and shit like that, then so are you. Welcome to it. You want to be a bully? You know, you
well,
you
and I think
something
needs to be done about bullying. There's kids killing themselves every day in America and Canada.
Yeah.
Because they are being bullied. So
Yeah.
something needs to be done. I like I said, I have no problem with the initial punishment, but if it works and this kid becomes a good person, fantastic. I guess I'll have to congratulate the dad.
I mean, again, nothing will be done about bullying. You can't stop it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I mean, you just look at the natural aspects of what like testosterone does.
I saw bullying, and surprisingly, how we grew up. I mean, we were feral, my sisters and I. Not a lot of parental supervision. We didn't have clean clothes for the most part. Barely took a bath, stuff like that. I never was picked on for that stuff.
No.
Which surprised me, and I don't know if it's because I was a tough little kid. I don't think. I mean, I was small, but I would fight anybody.
It's because of the reputation your sisters had.
But even before that, you know what I mean? Like as teenagers, I could see as I got older. But when we were little, I never really was picked on. So it's kind of surprising to me. And I really wasn't. I remember I was mean one time to this girl, and it was bordering on bullying. Me and my friend Tara, we kind of didn't like this girl, Jennifer, and it wasn't. I won't say it was bullying, but I do feel bad for how we did treat her. And I remember we took her hat and threw it over the underground parking at 90s.
Oh yeah.
I threw it there, and I got called into the principal's office, and I'm the kind of person that never went to the principal's office. I thought I was gonna get the strap. I was so scared. That was the worst I ever did. And years later, I said to Scott, I'm like, I see her on Facebook. Should I apologize to her? And Scott's like, just leave it alone.
Yeah,
why are you gonna bring up that?
Yeah, it's over. It's done with. And again, those like being bullied or even being a bully, it's the building blocks of fucking life, as far as I'm concerned. Like seriously, it's what makes us who we are, regardless of what side of it you might have encountered. I mean, it's just a part of life. You can't, you'll never be able to do away with it.
You need to learn how to stand up to people that try to bully you, though. Because I will say this, like, as much as I love my father, he also could be a little overbearing and a little bullying the way he talked to us sometimes.
Yeah.
If a man yelled at me until I was, like, in my 20s, I would cry. It wasn't until I started to work as a dispatcher and crazy people came in every day and yelled at me and called me a bitch and stuff that I finally stopped caring about what other, like, men said to me, and I would, like, talk back to them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I do understand what you're saying. Like kids do kill themselves over being bullied.
Yeah.
But
they do.
And I kind of understand why. You're young. You don't really understand how long life is. You know what I mean? Like you are kind of stuck on the fact, like, oh my god.
And life seems forever when you're young. Like Billy, we talked about it. It seemed like a month. Like it was like 5 years when you were a kid.
Right. Exactly. So,
I
do sympathize
having to get dressed every day and go to school, and people are calling you whatever hurts you the most.
Yeah, and I do
gay or a little bitch or whatever they're calling you. I'm sure it's not easy.
Like I do understand that with the online presence, when a kid is being bullied, it doesn't stop at school like it used to. You go home and again you get on your Wii or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And kids in your class, your peer group have
the Snapchat ability, and Instagram or Kik or whatever they're on.
Right. They have the ability to continue the bullying. So it's nonstop. But yeah, no, it's to me the answer to bullying has always been just stand up for yourself. Just fucking
it's
stand.
So hard to stand
it's
up
all
for yourself.
it
especially if it's not. Some of these kids in cases, I can't speak for every kid. Sometimes it's not just one bully. Sometimes it's literally the whole class or the whole school.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I was a popular fucking kid. You know what I mean? Like, again, it was just like I just stood up for myself. If I got my ass kicked, which most happened most of the fucking times where I had to, it still had the advantage of at least I shut them up. I showed it doesn't bother me if you want to get like. We can handle it.
But you had some good core friends too.
Not until high school.
Oh, okay.
Like really not until high school. Like elementary school and middle school was way different. I mean, again, like I mean, you remember when I was like fucking 11, 12, 13, my weird new metal phase when I was wearing braids and shit like that or dyeing my fucking hair orange. Yeah, that didn't really make it. So I was, I had a lot of friends. But I mean, again, you just stand up for yourself and that's that. I mean, fuck. Even if this kid turned around and like punched his fucking dad in the mouth, I'd try to buy the kid a beer. Like, good on you, man. You stood up to your bully. Like,
I was very proud of Marley in grade school too, because she had a friend that a lot of the other girls did not like.
Yeah.
And they all said to her, like, don't talk to her, blah, blah, blah. And Marley's like, no, I'm going to be her friend.
Yeah.
And they literally chased that girl out of the school. She left the school.
Oh, wow.
That's how hard it was for her. And Marley refused to to stop and to, you know, like if she was having a party, she invited that girl to the party.
Yeah.
You know, even though her friends like, she's ruining your social life. Marley be like, I'm in grade 7.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
have a social life.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
And I warned her at an early age. I'm like, the friends you have now
Nope.
probably won't have when you're 22.
Nope.
I'm like, just remember, you don't have to see these. You're going to. She was going to a different high school. She knew that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not going to see most of these people. Don't base your life and the way you behave to please them. So I was proud of her. She stood up for, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, let's talk about. Again, I'm sure we talked about this before. Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
Can you talk about when they claimed that she was in Japan or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the new We Found Amelia Earhart story came out this week. Seems possible. So they found some bones way back in the 40s.
Yeah.
On an island at the time was called, I don't know if it's called this now or then, Nikamaro, also known as Gardner Island. So it, you know, it's a bit of a haul from where she was planning to be, I think a few hundred miles away, but makes sense in a plane. She could have got lost and ended up there. They found the bones. At the time, somebody studied them and said that they thought that they belonged to a shortish man, a man who was about 5'7". In the meantime, they lost the bones, so we can't DNA test them. But somebody has kind of looked at the information and did remeasurements and thought about it. And he believes that they could be to a European woman who was about 5'7" to 5'10", which would be Amelia Earhart's height.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll never know. I mean, I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
Right? Anything's possible. They found like a sextant with it, which she probably would have had in her plane.
Yeah, imagine so.
There had been some boat crashes there on that island. But they didn't think that those people, because those people came from, I can't remember what the island was, like a poor island where they wouldn't have had access to a sextant like that in most cases. So I don't know. Mystery solved? Mystery deepened.
It'll never be solved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not unless we get a fucking body, you know, with testable DNA, but it very well could be.
I think it's a good. I believe this one more than I believe the Japanese with the picture and that, just because they disproved that picture was her from that time period. But yeah, I mean, unless we have a DNA evidence on a piece of bone, I'm not going to believe it was her.
I mean, did they bother checking the waters around said island where they found the bones, you know, for a plane?
I don't know if they did. It doesn't say in the article.
Because, I mean, I couldn't imagine her swimming, you know, a few hundred fucking miles after getting into a plane crash to an island.
Yeah.
You know, the plane
it must be close by. Yeah. I think it said here they did find some metal that they thought might have been possible to be a piece of a plane. So maybe it landed and it just literally, you know, the jungle took it, or maybe somebody scavenged it.
Well, the jungle, I mean, I know the jungle will, like, cover shit and stuff like that, but, I mean, there'd still be a fucking plane. And, I mean, to judge it by, like, beach garbage, I don't think would be appropriate either, because we know, you know, how much fucking garbage washes up along fucking beaches in the Pacific.
From far away.
Right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah. So I don't know if they checked the water. That's a good idea. You should, maybe that could be your next vacation, Arthur.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the ocean.
They also found, here, let's see what they also found. They found a woman's shoe, a bottle of herbal liqueur called Benedictine.
Okay.
And that's what they found. And the bones they found at the time were a humerus, a radius, a tibia, a fibula, and both femora.
Oh.
So there was a lot at the time. I don't know what what happened. Oh, Yemeni, that's what it was. It was Yemeni sailors. So they just didn't think that they would have those things with them at the time. So maybe.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that's one of those mysteries. Probably won't be solved ever. Truly.
No. I mean, how can you?
Yeah.
Like, how can you? I mean, I can't say I really know too much. All I know is that the bitch went missing. You know, that's really all I know.
I've watched quite a few documentaries over the years, but I mean, if she didn't just go into the ocean and she actually did manage to land close to an island, you know, there's so many little islands that are uninhabited.
Oh, fuck yeah. Absolutely. Like, there's so many volcanic, like, tiny little volcanic islands in the Pacific.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I know that around the time she was flying, planes weren't really going that high, like 15,000, 20,000
Yeah,
feet
they
maybe
weren't
at
high.
most.
Yeah.
At most, you know what I mean? So like the survivability of the crash is probably highly likely.
Yeah, because
You
it wouldn't
know?
have been like catastrophic in most
No.
cases.
And I mean,
Especially if she was able to land it. If she landed it on like a patch of clear land or like on a beach, or she even landed it in the water and then it sunk.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's it, because I watched that Dunkirk movie a little while ago.
Yeah, oh, that's such a good movie. Yeah.
And like, not to spoil it or whatever, but there's a part where Buddy's engine cuts out and he flies around for like a good 30 fucking minutes. Like,
I know. I was like, this guy's just going.
And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, is that possible? Like, I'm not a pilot, I don't fucking know, but like,
I'm pretty sure everything in that movie was pretty realistic and true.
So, I mean, if she ran out of gas, I mean, there's at least that. She could have floated till she's seen some kind of fucking land or whatever, what have you. And yeah, water landed, you know, ditched the fucking plane and swam to said island.
Yeah.
But I mean, without a, you know, a time machine, like there's really no way of knowing. Like there's really no way of knowing.
Another reason for us to get a time machine.
Yeah.
But then where will we be? We have to be in a plane beside her in the sky.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know how I'm gonna get a plane back in time with me, especially not knowing how to fly.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know how to build the time machine to start with.
Like I know how to get on an airplane. I've done that a few times, but I don't know how to fucking fly the bitch.
Well, you know, I just add it to one of those mysteries.
The Kraken got her. That's what it was.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that or aliens.
Oh my God, did you see that they released another unidentified flying object that the military had, the Air Force had recorded?
Okay.
It just came out today. Yeah. I mean, not much to it, it's just a little dot that's zooming around and they don't know what it's doing, but you know, something's out there. Whether it's new technology by other governments or
it's the advanced beings that live in the hollow earth, which is on the other side of the flat earth. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah, they got all this crazy ass cool tech, and they're working with the gray aliens.
Okay,
that's what that is. Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense now. They got Bigfoot there too, right?
Yeah, well, Bigfoot's the king. Like he's the leader. Yeah,
because they're so smart.
Yeah, exactly. They're fucking brilliant.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's talk about this story. This is also coming from I Fucking Love Science.
Okay.
So there's a U.S. company. It's a startup. It's called Swarm Technologies. I don't know what their company is. It's fairly secretive, according to this article. But what they did on January 12th, they somehow got 4 satellites, they're calling Space Bees, onto an Indian rocket that was launching a bunch of other satellites. So it literally launched other 30 satellites at the time. So this Indian Space Agency, I guess their job is just to put satellites into space.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, the problem is I guess because it's an American company, they have to follow American laws. And the FCC says you can't launch a satellite without a license.
Fuck you.
And now this is the first ever unauthorized launch of commercial satellites, according to them. I think the biggest worry for the FCC is not that they're even normal sized satellites. They're very small. They're about the size of a hardcover book.
Okay.
Which is very hard to track. So they do have what do you call that when you can track a GPS on it?
GPS, yeah.
They have a GPS, but I mean, if something doesn't work properly, right? I mean, things in space break down all the time. We know that.
Oh, yeah.
That could then take out a bigger satellite or even possibly another rocket flying through space to get out there. I don't know. They wanted to launch 4 more. Now, the reason they said they were doing it, this is their reasoning. Let me read here. The company says that Swarm Technology was planning to build a, quote, Internet of Things, a network in space that could connect ships, cars, farming equipment, and more. So they're basically making Skynet.
Yeah, that's what that sounds like.
So they can't do it without the other 4 that they wanted to send up. So I guess that's not going to happen unless they, again, pay India to smuggle satellites into the sky for them.
Well, I mean, Americans don't get to tell the Indians what they can and can't send into space. Like, sorry,
no,
sorry
about your luck. I agree. They don't own space.
Yeah, you know, I'm sorry they're on Sam, but it's not yours.
I mean, because, like, look, Russians launch secret satellites all the time, but we kind of know they're there at least. We know not to run into them.
Yeah.
Right? Like when something's so small, there's already so much space junk up there.
Yep.
Little pieces, who knows what they're doing. I I'm kind of interested in this company, though. I'd like to know what they were up to.
I like the ballsy aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. I'm sending my shit to space. Suck my dick. Like, again, you don't own space. No one owns fucking space.
No.
Which is going to be a huge problem in the future. Huge fucking problem.
Look, Elon Musk is doing what he wants to fucking do. Yeah. Japan wants to make a resort on the moon.
Yeah.
You know, people are going to do whatever the hell they want because you don't own space.
No, and like that's what I mean though. Like that's what the problem's going to be is, you know, mining asteroids or mining the moon or fucking, you know, essentially stripping Venus to the part where Venus doesn't exist anymore. It just kind of floats away into the fucking sun. Who owns that shit, right? No one owns that. Like, no one owns space. There's absolutely zero regulation. There's zero
That's why there's a race to get to Mars. Right? Because the first people there are basically going to own it.
Yeah, I own Mars. I can do what I want with this entire fucking planet.
Yeah.
Right? No one owns it. And to that, like, I mean, I've never really agreed with the entire, like, owning the sky above your fucking country even. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I understand that you govern the land and whatnot, but fuck you, man.
But if you don't own the sky above, then Russia can just come along and drop some
I get that. But I mean,
poison into your country, nerve agents.
If I want to fly my, you know, homemade helicopter, I should be able to fly my homemade helicopter. Fuck you.
Yeah.
If I want to launch a rocket into space with my fucking, you know, my favorite pair of shoes, just to, you know, not one up Elon Musk, but, you know, kind of think to myself that I'm kind of on his level. Fuck you, I'll do it.
Well, I mean, you kind of got to govern space, though, or then you have people sending drones up, knocking airplanes out of the sky and killing hundreds of people.
Oh, yeah, but, I mean, what's stopping someone from doing that anyway?
They might get caught and go to jail or be executed if they're in a, you know...
Come find me. I got a satellite that'll fucking knock shit out of the sky. Like, you ain't doing shit to me. Like, I've already won. There's literally nothing you can do anymore. Seriously, though, like...
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, people are going to be able to start building a lot more things at home. Look, that guy who is the flat earther who built his own rocket ship.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he hasn't launched it because he knows he's going to die if he tries to. Yeah. But, I mean, we're going to be able to start building more and more stuff.
Did you hear what his fucking, like, top altitude's supposed to be on that?
No.
1,800 feet. 1,800 feet.
He's not going to see the Earth?
No. You can barely see the curvature of the Earth from a fucking commercial flight, and those operate at 30,000 feet. He wants to go up 1,800.
He needs to literally go to space to see. Right? Does he not understand how that works?
Oh, he does, but again, flat earthers are so fucking stupid and so goddamn gullible that they don't understand. Like, they just don't understand the math behind it.
He's
like,
just gonna end up like Wile E. Coyote, just literally smashing into the Earth and blowing up. Except he won't come back.
No, but I mean, I hope. It's weird because if that happens, then that's just, you know,
the government took him out.
Exactly, so. It's confirmation for these fucking idiots. You know, it's either exactly. It's either the government took him out, or, you know, oh, that's it. He hit the firmament. He hit the fucking.
He hit the sky.
Yeah, he hit the fucking sky. You know, boom, proof. Fuck you, rounders.
Oh, maybe all these flat earthers believe they're like in someone's little bio
a fucking snow globe.
Sphere. Like a snow globe.
That's essentially what they think this shit is. Like, they think that we essentially sit inside a fucking giant snow globe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're special. They're special people.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, I mean, I kind of want to hear more of this shit. Space cowboys. You know what I mean? Like, just.
I'm sure we're gonna see more and more of it as time goes on. Like, do the dogs really have to fight while I'm doing this?
Of course. It's what puppies do. Puppies don't give a fuck about nothing.
Like, come on, dogs. Jeez Louise. So, you're gonna watch anything big on TV tonight?
No, what the fuck's on TV tonight?
Well, the Church of Scientology is launching their own network at 8:00 tonight.
Oh. Maybe.
Yeah, they're gonna have their own streaming, you know, like DirecTV or Apple TV. They're gonna tell, quote, their side of the story.
Oh, so they're gonna have a show to combat Leia Remini's?
Pretty much. Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure to try to recruit, you know, unsuspecting dum-dums into giving more hundreds of thousands of their dollars to them.
Hey, cool. I mean, free speech and all that, I guess, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we let, like, every church in the world can stream their church services.
I was just going to say, like, I get some fucking Christian TV fucking network. I didn't want it, but I was forced to have it, you know, so, I mean. I'll watch some.
I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but whenever I do our show, especially the Sunday show, the next video coming up next is always some church services. I wonder if it's like people need to clean themselves of us.
Yeah, possibly. I doubt it. And I'm pretty sure I take the Lord's name in vain a lot.
Yeah, oh yeah. But it'll be interesting. I mean, I won't watch it. Obviously, I'm not going to give Scientology any of my fucking money or time, but I will read, what people give me the little bullet points of it afterwards so I can see what the hell they're talking about.
Unless they're going to broadcast the fucking Tom Cruise, John Travolta sex tape, I don't give a fuck.
I bet you it'll be all those videos that, when you watch the Scientology documentaries and they're like, David Miscavige.
Oh, yeah.
And like narrating all the videos and he's like, oh, you're going to be OT 25. And, just like they're so excited. This year we built 42 more buildings.
Yeah.
And,
it's going to be pure propaganda. I mean, it's going to make the Hollywood directors that direct American war films like feel embarrassed by their own propaganda. Like they're going to put that shit to shame.
Do you think there'll be a show called Where's Linda, where they look for Linda Miscavige?
Highly doubt that. Highly doubt that one.
Investigation.
You might see like a quick glimpse of her. Well, I mean, and I know you can't see me.
20-year-old video.
I'm saying her in quotation marks.
Yeah.
But exactly, like they're gonna dress her up in the last fucking outfit she was seen in, give her the same haircut and shit. She's gonna walk past somebody in the background. And they're going to use that to shut up.
They'll freaking dope her up and she'll be like some zombie person talking. I love Scientology.
That bitch is dead.
Yeah, I don't think she's alive. Or she's in their dungeon in the desert.
Yeah, exactly. She's out there fucking at their work camp.
Yeah.
Isn't it fucking crazy how we turn a blind eye to churches doing that kind of shit? Like having work camps and even going above child work labor laws and stuff like that. The polygamists love doing that. Putting the fucking kids to work.
Yes.
It's
crazy.
It's nuts.
How some of these religions. I mean, if you and I were atheists, if we started obviously we're not going to start a church because you can't do a church of atheism. But if we started a group that was just based around being an atheist, there's no and we had kids working in the desert.
Yeah.
We would be in jail so fast.
Oh yeah,
as we should be.
Yeah, rightfully.
But because you've got, this mantle of religion behind you.
It's kind of ignored. It's allowed. It's weird.
Scary.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's
and they get tax-free everything. Like how much money? You think that there's not that many Scientologists. Like I never realized how big Scientology was really until the last 10 years.
Yeah.
They've got all over the world. They've got these huge buildings and they're building more. Clearwater, Florida is basically almost all Scientologists.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just see these massive buildings and the massive amount of money they have. And then it's not like they're paying people. People are living, like when you see these people talking that have escaped, they were like basically had no food to eat.
Yeah,
they didn't have, they didn't have heating, no clothes. It's just crazy. So they're not paying people and they're just getting all these people's money in.
Yeah.
And they're building their buildings off free labor. What the hell?
Yeah. And as a public, I mean, Scientology kind of gets, the screws put to it. Yeah. I guess a fair amount, people do talk about it a lot. But it's been really odd to me learning about it and finding out the blind eye that the public kind of turns just because, they're a religion and, you're kind of supposed to,
it's the thing, like if you want to leave Catholicism, your family might be horrified, but they'll still talk to you.
Oh, and you're allowed to leave. The church doesn't say
never talk to that person again. I mean, the only other church that will kill you for leaving is like being a Muslim. Like they don't like it when you become an atheist or you leave.
No, Islam. But only if you're, one of those hardcore fundamentalist ones, right? Like,
not every Muslim wants to kill you.
People in the modern world, like people here in the Western world, Muslims here in the Western world, they're not as fucking batshit crazy as that. But yet the Scientologists do act that way, and they're socially.
And I'm not saying the Scientologists want to kill y'all, but they definitely don't talk to you.
No. Well, I mean, again, you can leave Islam. Yeah. You can leave Catholicism. You can leave fucking Judaism, but you have to escape Scientology.
Yeah.
How fucked is that sentence?
And you're like sneaking out like you're escaping from a like a POW camp.
Yeah. You have to escape. Like that's not right. That's not a religion. Like,
and afterwards, when you leave, say, Catholicism or Islam or Judaism, they don't attack your character publicly. They make you look like a pedophile or a rapist. Like, I'm not saying, but the Paul Haggis thing is suspicious to me.
Yeah, I agree with you there. No, it's fucked up. It's messed up. You know, no, they're a weird fucking bunch. Like, it's really odd.
You read the stories. You read you know, before he started Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard said, "Oh, I could create this, and I could get people to give me all their money." There's interviews and stories and diaries where he said this.
I mean, again, like to me, the most glaring example has always been he's the most he's written the most sci-fi out of anybody on Earth, and they knew that going in. And then they're like, "Oh no, this guy, you know, this is their true religion." Like that. How?
And as much as they try to say that the Xenu thing is not true, everybody who's escaped and has gotten to the level where you get to read the Xenu papers say it's true.
Say it's real, exactly. Yeah, no, it's fucked. Like, because even like, I mean, what was his name? Pope Benedict. He wanted to step down, and they allowed him to step down.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be Pope till you die. Yeah, right. And he's not like he's like a doddering old Alzheimer's fool. No. From what we can tell, he seems to be okay.
But did he have to sign a fucking non-disclosure agreement to leave being the fucking Pope? No. You know what I mean?
He's not a suppressive person.
Right, yeah. He was the fucking Pope. And all he did was leave the religion. But yet you're telling me that if I want to leave your religion, like, it's just, how are they allowed to exist?
Yeah.
Like, how do we allow...
And literally tell people, like when you hear Leah Remini and Paul, what's his name? Mike Rinder talk about it. Yeah. Like, because you're like, just look on the internet and you'll see how stupid it is. They won't look at a Scientology story. They've been so brainwashed to never look up something like that. So if they go on the internet, they're looking at stories about themselves. But if they mention Scientology, they're just going to turn their eyes away and not read that.
You know, I understand that most of us sit in, you know, our preferred echo chambers for the most part. You know, not a lot of us like to have our own beliefs challenged and shit like that. So, you know, we consume media and whatnot that kind of, you know, bolster our stance. But I cannot imagine the Scientology fucking channel will be any good for these fucking people because it's just going to be pure propaganda. It's going to be pure fucking
brainwashing,
right? It's
selling their books because they make you buy the books 15 times over. Same books.
Yeah, you got to go in, spend $8,000 for this fucking audit session. And they know they're going to fail you before you even walk in because they want you to come in and pay for the exact same fucking thing again.
Well, you buy the whole set of books, and then they do a reprint where they change 1 or 2 words, and you have to buy the new books.
Yeah, no, it's messed up. Yes. It's fucked up.
It is really fucked up.
And I mean, I know, like, just obviously from not being a fan of organized religion in the first place. I mean, obviously, I would never fucking join this shit. But it's insane to me how rational thinking people, or who I'd imagine would be rational thinking, it's you know, it
seems like the everyday people, they're not evil. They seem like nice, normal people, but they get sucked in somehow.
Yeah, I mean, now you can't blame the kids that were born into it.
I don't blame them.
You really can't, and I know a lot of them have gotten out, but it's like, it's just it's fucking crazy. It's absolutely insane.
Well, you see the people saying, like, at the beginning, because they teach you tools on kind of how to be a stronger person, how to stand up for yourself and stuff like that, that it's really kind of helpful in real life. And I get that part of it. But then as you get deeper in, you know, they start to think it's the world against us and you got to defend it and blah, blah, blah. It's really, I mean, ingenious on how they run it. As scary as it is.
Well, I mean, because unlike other religions, like unlike the big 3, you know what I mean? Like, they don't start off by breaking you down for the most part. Like, I understand that, you know, Christianity, Catholicism teaches you that you were born with original sin, you know, so like you start life out as essentially a fucking pariah, like God don't fucking love you as far as I'm taking that shit, you know. But the whole point of getting you into an auditing session is to break you, is to fucking break you down so they can mold you and brainwash you, and that it's all about brainwashing. It's all about.
And then they also got, like, don't kid yourself, every one of those auditing sessions is recorded, so now they've got dirt on you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every one of your little horrible fantasies or actions or, you know, drinking binges, whatever you did that's horrible to you.
Yeah.
they know about.
Yeah, it's messed up. Oh, you have an actual, mental illness, but you were taking something that we don't think is real,
Yeah.
and they just hold that above your fucking head. No,
Yeah.
it's not cool. It's
And then when they end up with like something like Alzheimer's or dementia,
yeah,
they just dump them because they can't take care of them anymore. So they
yeah,
just
exactly.
dump them.
Yeah, because how do you honestly treat somebody with a mental fucking illness?
Yeah.
You can't do it through fucking an auditing session. I'm sorry, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Those e-meters are fucking bullshit. Like
Yeah.
they're literally fucking like, even that, like, too, like for a fucking religion called Scientology, they sure do believe in a lot of fucking quack science. Like
Yeah.
they really do believe in a lot of fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how can you call your religion Scientology if you are so fucking unscientific, you stupid
Oh,
fucks?
it's so true.
Because I'm sorry, psychology and psychiatrics is a fucking science.
Yeah.
It's not something that can be fucking fixed. I mean, do they even pray? Like, I can't even say through prayer.
No. And it's not. They don't even meditate. It's not like that. It's just
Yeah.
constantly doing your e-readings, and when you
paying
start
money.
to act crazy, they make you do more work. The work is what's supposedly is going to clean you out.
The work. I mean,
But unless you're a celebrity, that's why people like Tom Cruise are batshit crazy.
I mean, I
Because
wonder.
they're not forced to do the work.
I wonder where I've seen that kind of slogan before. That whole "work will set you free." I'm pretty sure I've seen it scrolled on a fucking fence somewhere. Where a bunch of people were unjustly fucking murdered.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
And if that's the mentality they have, like at the core of the religion, where it's like, oh, you'll find peace in your work, and they just put your ass to work, then I mean, maybe we really should look at these people more as fucking, fascists trying to control
and they make you write reports up on your own family.
Yeah, that to me, it's definitely reminiscent of a more fucking,
That's crazy.
evil fucking
What
person.
religion makes you report? Literally
Yeah.
write a report on your spouse or your child or your parent.
Mhm.
And if you don't, you get a report written about you too.
Yeah, right? That's so fucked up.
That's really weird. That's some crazy, Nazi Russian sort of
Yeah,
shit
it's
happening.
seriously like fucking really though, and it's the feeling I get with it. Like you take the foolish religious part of it and just get rid of that, but and you just focus on how controlling they are and how manipulative they are. To me it's absolutely fucking disgusting. Like it's absolutely fucking disgusting.
It is. When you turn your family, can you imagine? You have to write a report about Liz.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
No, that's insane.
Oh, I tell them to suck my fucking dick.
Well,
Flat
you
out.
wouldn't get sucked into Scientology.
No, fuck no.
I don't know if I ever said this story. I remember when I was in grade probably 12, I
Yeah.
would say. They had Scientologists come to our school, play as an L. Ron Hubbard propaganda video, and said, anybody who's interested afterward, come down and talk to us. And our school let that happen.
Well, in all honesty, and I'll fucking say this, Scientology to me was not a dangerous religion until Miscavige took over.
That's
Now to me,
true.
it seems very dangerous, and I'm
Yeah.
not on the inside, so obviously I can't really speak to like the level of danger, but I mean,
Yeah,
it
that's true.
has this air of like, just real sketchy fucking shit, you know what I mean? And as far as I know, like I know Hubbard was a criminal and what have you, but he wasn't like that. Like I don't think
Yeah.
like there's any real case of like, or even like a hint of Hubbard fucking disappearing a person.
Yeah, I don't
Especially his
recall
own
finding
wife.
anything about that coming out. Yeah.
Right?
No, he just abandoned her. His previous wife.
Yeah,
Just they divorced and that was it. He didn't.
that was it. Yeah.
I remember when I was working at the hair salon, so either around 18 years ago or around then, a lady came in and was talking about her niece who had been in Scientology, and they literally had to deprogram her after. That was the first time I ever heard about being dangerous.
Yeah.
Because I'd heard of Scientology. I knew Tom Cruise had been in it. Remember, they came to my school. And I knew it was a cult. Like everybody said, it's a cult.
Yeah, it's a
but
cult.
I never knew it was really bad. And that was the first time I had to hear about and the word deprogramming. I
Yeah.
was like, what is that?
Yeah.
And then she explained it. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, it's messed up. It's so fucking messed up. And
It's definitely darker now. You're right.
yeah. It makes me want to take back some of the things I've said about like Christianity and fucking Islam and shit like that. I mean, I still hate them and think they're stupid, but
Yeah.
like they're not as potentially fucking dangerous as this
and
one
a
is.
lot of the Christian ones, I can't speak. I don't know about the Judaism. I don't know about the Muslim. I'm pretty sure not the Muslim one. They're kind of evolving in a way too. They're becoming more acceptant and you know, things like that. So
I mean, you still have the fundamentalists. Like the fundamentalists are what they are. You know, you're always gonna have them. But
Westboro.
Yeah, exactly. The Westboro Baptists.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a treat. They're, you know, but no, it definitely seems like most, you know, the big three at least, you know, their attitudes are changing a lot. Yeah. They have to, but I mean, they don't strike me as dangerous. You know what I mean? Where fucking Scientology really does strike me as dangerous.
It's really dangerous.
You know, it's going to take, in my opinion, either Cruz or Travolta to leave.
Yes.
And honestly spill the beans.
But I don't think either of them, unless
they have something on them. Obviously,
I really think that Travolta is gay.
Yeah, 100%.
I
think they have the gay thing on Travolta. Absolutely.
And until he's ready to come out and announce that he's gay, he won't leave because he's too afraid of that. Cruz, I don't know if he's bisexual, if he's gay, or he's just fucking Looney Tunes. I don't know what they have on him.
I think he's just dumb. To be quite honest with you, like,
he's just in too deep and he can't leave now. He's got to stay.
I honestly just think he's fucking dumb. Like, I really do honestly think it's just because Tom Cruise is stupid.
Well, remember, I don't know if you remember this, when he was with Nicole, he wasn't as hardcore into it.
Yeah.
And then when they started to get a divorce, that's when Miscavige really pounced on Tom Cruise and really kind of brought him in, like, with the fanaticism he has now.
Yeah, no. Yeah. But yeah, that's what my hope is, you know, is that one of them can honestly just fucking leave or get turned or some shit, you know.
I mean, Leah Remini is doing a lot.
Yeah, she is.
To shine a light on that. Yeah. And, you know, hopefully one day.
I mean, fucking Travolta's son fucking killed himself, right?
I don't know if he killed himself. I think he slipped and fell in the bath because remember, he had autism probably.
Yeah.
But they would never accept that. They said he had Kawasaki disease from carpet chemicals.
Yeah.
And they never gave him medicine. And I think he was in the shower and maybe he was fucking around because, you know, he wasn't all together there and he hit his head and died. Is what I heard. He hit his head and died.
Because, I thought there
was more to it. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure he was, like, severely autistic.
Oh, okay. Because, like, I was under the impression that the son had killed himself. And I was thinking, like, even that, like, because they say, if anyone commits suicide, because, again, with their staunch beliefs and, you know, or anti-beliefs in fucking psychiatrics and shit. Yeah. You know, that they were just a suppressive person. They were just, you know, they were just a fucking trash heap.
Yeah.
Like if Travolta could stay
in them or whatever.
Yeah. But you know, like, but my kind of thought was like, if the kid did kill himself and Travolta could stay in the fucking church through them saying that kind of shit about his, you know, now deceased son, then he's too far gone. There's nothing for that.
If they left too is Travolta's wife, Kelly Preston.
Yeah.
If he would leave and dish the dirt, that'd be pretty fascinating.
Yeah, because didn't what's her face, Katie Holmes, speak out?
She signed an ND.
She did.
Non-disclosure. That's why she'll never say anything.
And I mean, I understand that, like, Scientologists.
She had to get that baby away.
Yeah. Like, and I do understand that Scientology actively seeks out lawyers to be a part of the religion. So you know, they cover all the fucking tracks, which is, you know, it's clever, it's smart on their behalf.
Yeah, it is smart.
But I mean, it's almost like the public should crowdfund her fucking defense and just have her come out and honestly speak as to you know what she knows.
Oh, it'd be amazing. And I mean, he says there's no such thing as suppressive people, and but he hasn't seen Surrey in like 4 years at least.
Yeah, right. He's a fucking kid.
And remember, Nicole didn't see the adopted kids she had with Tom for years. She only saw them after those kids were adults, and they still don't. I mean, she sees the daughter more, but the son is hardcore Scientologist, and he barely sees her.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
She's an SP.
That's so fucked up. Like, just the thought of being forced to give up your family because of some stupid.
She had to give up her kids.
Right? Like, and they think it's cool. Like, that's fine. It's fine.
That's normal.
We're right. They're wrong. Yeah, this is normal. Don't worry about it. Go about your life. You know, fear us. Fear the almighty fucking Xenu. You know.
I do fear Xenu, to be honest.
I mean, I don't. Fuck the fucking Scientologists. Like, seriously, like,
crazy.
I mean, I know they like to sue, but I mean, you ain't getting shit from me. Like, you flat out, it's not gonna happen. Like it's not gonna.
Nothing's in Arthur's name, people.
It's not even that. Just have fun. Like have fun. It's not gonna happen. Fuck you.
No.
Fuck you and the
Well, to get a lawsuit, you have to prove that we made up shit about them. Yeah. That's the first part.
Everything I'm saying is just as far as I know. I mean, again, I'm not on the inside of Scientology. I can't speak with all certainty.
From what I've read online and seen on Leah Remini's show and all the numerous documentaries I've seen.
And since I don't believe in your whole suppressive bullshit, then...
Okay, well, I need to get ready to watch Scientologist TV. So it's coming on in 15 minutes. Have a good couple of days, and we'll be back on Wednesday at our regular time.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.